Hi everyone, it's me Heidi Hosking and I'm here today to talk to you about 3 things that your doctor won't tell you about food intolerances. So number 1, they might actually not even tell you that they actually exist. Many doctors are so focused on allergies, and yes, I know the pathway to refer you to an allergy specialist and a prick test, I'll put you that way. But once you've done the prick test, you're kind of out that way, and most of the time the doctors don't see you come back to say, but what next? So that's number 1. The medical world doesn't have a good grip on what food intolerances are yet. Number 2, the medical world doesn't have a reliable way to test food intolerances, which brings me back to number 1 again. Of course, you don't have a reliable way to test. Well, what can you do when someone comes in and says, what about food intolerances? So they can, offer you a bit of a blood test, the IgG one, you can try that. There's other different methods, but a lot of them are not so reliable. So that's a tricky thing in itself. And so then we need to move on to the third point, is that they won't tell you that it's not really about the food, it's actually about the energy of the food. So, for example, it might be that your child can handle one brand of, almonds, one brand of curry paste, but not the other. It might be that they can handle the organic version, but not the non-organic version, which comes down to the toxins, not the actual food. It might be even how the food is cooked. So your child might test okay to baked egg, but they might not be okay with boiled egg or even fried egg, certainly not raw egg. And it also can come down to the quantity of that food. So, for example, your child might be okay with a little bit of cinnamon, but when you put on lots, they get a big reaction. And that's just a few examples that prove that when you do, say, even a blood test, it will just spit out a result and you might rule out a whole food, like, for example, almonds, when it's actually not just about the almonds, it's about what's been sprayed on them, or it's about how you've cooked them, or, whatever it actually is, the quantity, the brand. The brand is a big one as well. And when you do it through kinesiology, you can do muscle testing. You can test, the difference between organic and non-organic. You can test how much of quantity is okay. Something like organic oats might be okay once a week, but it's certainly not okay every day. And so for another test, it might just rule oats out altogether. And then we get set down the path, well, it must be gluten, then, rule the whole lot out. So kinesiology is far more discerning, and it tests the child on an energetic level to match the energy of the food. And so that's when it's much more specific, and it saves you having to do big, massive elimination tests, which is what the medical world are doing now, and the dietitians, because they don't really know how to actually fine-tune it any further. So they just go whole hog and take the whole lot out. So I hope that's gotten you thinking on a few different things. I definitely suggest getting some food testing done with kinesiology, and that will send you down a path of seeing, much clearer what's going on for the food, but it also will send you more messages on what's going on for the energy with your child, because it's probably a bigger step than just that. So for now, I hope to see you again, and I want you to want more for your children. Bye.